Hello everyone, so we are back today on 19th of March 2019 Tuesday with the daily cybersecurity news, and we got 5 news to cover today. Before that, I just want to ask everyone to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can continue with these nice videos about daily cybersecurity news. So don't forget to subscribe. Okay, here we start. So the first news is Unguarded Elasticsearch database found exposing over 1.5 million customer records. Second one, new malspam campaign disguised as leaked documents about Boeing 737 MAX crashes deliver to malware. Third one, new Mirai malware variant targets signage TVs and presentation systems. Fourth one, hacked tornado sirens taken offline in 2 Texas cities ahead of major storm. And the last one, Google open sources project for sandboxing C++ libraries on Linux. Okay, now starting with the first news, which is available from CYWare. Unguarded Elasticsearch databases found exposing over 1.5 million customer records. So a team of security researchers discovered a vulnerability in Elasticsearch database, actually a vulnerable Elasticsearch database that contained over 1.5 million customer records. So this team from the site VPN Mentor, I'm going to bring up the website for them. This one, VPN Mentor, was led by a cybersecurity expert, Noam Rothem. I'm going to bring up his Twitter account if in case you want to follow him. He's pretty famous with over 80,000 tweets, 820 followers following, and over 10,000 followers. So seems pretty famous researcher from Israel. Okay, so back to the news. So this team from VPN Mentor and the researcher discovered that a database primarily containing customer records from GearBest, a Chinese e-commerce company owned by Global Grow, and it will bring up the website. So that's GearBest. It's a e-commerce company. You can see the locations. They ship to Hong Kong, Brazil, many locations globally. So they found this database belonging to GearBest and also some other sites owned by the parent companies such as Zaful, which is here, also e-commerce, or Rosegel, which is also here, also e-commerce, or Dress Lily, or actually, and Dress Lily. So that's the one, Dress Lily, all e-commerce sites. So according to the VPN Mentor's report, attackers could access various parts of GearBest's unprotected Elasticsearch database, which exposed the data including customers' orders, payment methods, invoices, as well as members' database. When it came to customers' personal information, the data includes address, date of birth, phone number, email address, IP address, national ID, passport details, and account passwords. GearBest said in a statement that on March 1st, 2019, some firewalls were mistakenly taken down by one of the security team member for a reason which is still under investigation. Such unprotected status has directly exposed those tools for scanning and accessing without further authentication. And currently, they believe that have affected the newly registered customers as well as old customers who placed orders with GearBest during the time from March 1st to March 15, 2019. And total number of affected customers are around 280,000. Okay, moving on to the second news for the day. New malspam campaign disguised as leaked documents about Boeing 737 MAX crashes delivers to malware. Okay, so this news is from CYWare again, and this one is regarding the Boeing 737 MAX crash, which happened second time recently. So a new malspam campaign was observed by 360 Threat Intelligence Center. Yep. The malspam emails disguised as leaked documents that contains information about the Boeing 737 MAX crashes and distributes malware to the recipient's computer. So let's bring up the notification from 360 Threat Intelligence Center. That's the one on their Twitter page. What it says is that attackers are using topics regarding Boeing 737 MAX 8 crash, and seems an email account from ISGEC Presses has been abused to deliver the emails. The attachment is a jar file which drops a H-worm rat as per 360 Threat Intelligence tweet. You can see here. The email includes a malicious jar attachment that, when opened, installs the H-worm rat to the victim's computer. These phishing emails have subject lines such as airlines plane crash, Boeing 737 MAX 8, and come from an email address info@isgec.com. A security researcher who goes under the name Racco42 detected that in addition to delivering H-worm rat, the phishing emails also distribute Edwin infostealing Trojans. So let's bring up the news, the original news from Bleeping Computers. Pretty good website. I like their detailed research. So that's the research from 16th of March, and which includes the Twitter notification which we just saw. It also includes the email, the original email, which you can see here. It says, "I believe you have heard about the latest crash," and more details to open the document, the jar file. That's the TXT format of that, and that's the installed malware, the jar file, and then you can see the H-worm rat also in this article. So if you are interested to read more, please go here to this article. Okay, moving on to the third news for today, which is new Mirai malware variant targets signage TVs and presentation systems. So this news is from ZDNet. It's here. You can see on my screen. Security researchers from Palo Alto spotted a new variant of Mirai IoT malware in the wild, targeting two new classes of devices: smart signage TVs and wireless presentation systems. This new strain is being used by new IoT botnet that security researcher from Palo Alto spotted earlier this year. They say that this new Mirai botnet uses 27 exploits, 11 of which are new to Mirai altogether, to break into smart IoT devices and networking equipments. So, okay, let's cover this quickly. The purpose and the modus operandi of this new Mirai botnet are same as the previous botnets, which is infecting devices and then IoT devices exposed to telnet ports, and use the default credentials to break and take over these devices. The infected bots can also scan the internet for specific device types, and then attempt to use one of the 27 exploits to take over the unpatched systems. Typically, this Mirai botnet have targeted earlier routers, modems, security cameras, DVDs, and in some rare occasions have ended up on smart TVs, smartphones, and some enterprise Linux and Apache Struts servers. However, it's rare now, but Palo Alto saw this new Mirai botnet also targeting the newly the LG Super Signage TVs and vPresent WIPG 1000 wireless penetration systems. If you want to go through this news quickly, a bit more details, you can see the graph here which shows Mirai behavior observed in last 60 days. It's going up in the March time, and also in the second graph you can see that in last 365 days the port targeted have also gone up. You can see the ports here which the Mirai is targeting. For more details directly from Palo Alto research, you can see this big report. It's good to read sometimes these big reports for your knowledge and interest, but if you can't, please just take a look at my YouTube videos daily. Okay, moving on to the fourth news for today, which is hacked tornado sirens taken offline in 2 Texas cities ahead of major storm. Okay, so it's getting more like movies nowadays, and a normal user is also facing the hacking as they used to see it in the movies. Okay, so this news is from ZDNet, and pretty interesting, as a hacker set off the tornado emergency sirens in the middle of night last week across the 2 North Texas towns. It actually happened after the unauthorized intrusion, as per the city authorities, and they had to shut down their emergency warning system just a day before major storms, and their potential tornadoes were set to hit the area. This impacted 2 cities, as mentioned earlier. The names are DeSoto and Lancaster. As you can see in this news also, a bit of the area. And these 2 cities are in Dallas County, Texas, both suburbs located south of the main Dallas metropolitan area. So this false alarm caused quite a panic in the 2 towns, as locals were already on the edge of their seats regarding incoming storms. The city was running tests of the tornado alarm sirens a week before, but those tests were set during the middle of the day and not in the night time as the hacker did. According to the CBS Dallas, DeSoto and Lancaster officials who investigated the incident confirmed the 2 emergency alarm systems had been hacked and set off intentionally, excluding the possibility of a free technical accident in the two cities at the same time. The 2 hacked systems were taken offline the next morning and remained offline ever since. Okay, moving on to the last news for the day. Google open sources project for sandboxing C++ libraries on Linux. This news comes from ZDNet also. So Google has open sourced a project for sandboxing the C and C++ libraries running on Linux systems. The project's name is the Sandboxed API, which is a tool that Google has been using internally for its data centers for years. The Sandbox API is now available on the GitHub, together with the documentation needed to help other programmers sandbox their C libraries and protect them from malicious user input and exploits. We're going to show the GitHub one. That's the location for the GitHub library, Sandbox library, if you're interested. Also, that's the Google security blog. If you're interested in the details, you can see the whole blog from Google. Okay, and then what else in this news? This Sandbox API is a library that helps coders automate the process of porting their existing C++ code to run on top of Sandbox 2, which is Google's custom-made sandbox environment for Linux operating system. So just if in case you don't know what is sandboxing, it's a security mechanism that works by separating a process inside a tightly controlled area of the operating system that gives both process access to limited disk and memory resources. This Sandbox API is also not the first Google security tool to be open source online. The company last time open source an internal tool named Broken Type for finding security bugs in font displays component. Okay, so that completes today's news. Again, please go and like the video or subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.